Okay, the structure faces south, so this is the southwest corner of the house at the front, but we've got some erosion right here. Okay, the ground has collapsed a little bit, it's settled, and it's exposing the slag that came out from underneath the foundation form boards. You see these circles like this. This tells us that this is a post-tension slab foundation. There's a couple of different types of, or more, types of slab foundations, post-tension slabs. I don't know which one this is, only that it's post-tension slab. And that makes it strong, and that's a good thing. This is called, above this, it's called a parge coat. It's like a frosting on a cake. And just because the cake frosting is cracked doesn't mean the foundation is cracked. And if it's not cracked, that doesn't mean your foundation is not cracked either. It's just a parge coat. It's a decorative coat that comes around. A tree should not be closer than 25 feet to a residential structure. The roots grow. They suck the moisture out from underneath the foundation that you need to keep it level. The roots grow, so they push your foundation in directions it wasn't supposed to be pushed, causing cracks. And then the branches will expand, and they'll start rubbing against your house and your roof and all those types of things. So it shouldn't be that close. There's a double clean out sewer for your sewer. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. It's called a clue. A couple times a year I'll just do this. This house is this is a 1-year warranty, so not likely. But I'll just come over here and I'll drag my feet around this wood mulch. And occasionally I'm surprised, I'm not surprised, but occasionally I'll find termites in there, so there's that. We got double pane vinyl frame windows, a window tint. Okay. These bushes shouldn't be touching the house either. You want to cut those back away. Now come on across here. The rain gutter should divert the water 6 feet away from the house. Well, you don't really have 6 feet. You lay these splash blocks, and this one's laid out backwards, or is this one laid out backwards? The builder will try to tell you, I don't know why. This is the way the block should have been laid out, but it shouldn't have been used in this application. Sometimes the best way to do it is to, like this downspout, is to take it under the ground and then come out with a pop out. Now, I like that because people can mow over it. If you extend these, then people are going to be tripping over them. You don't have a lot of room. Lawn people are going to be messing with them. There's other ways. They could put hinges on them so they fold up. They could do all kinds of different applications, but this is pretty much more safer. Avoids damage. Now that doesn't mean it doesn't need to be serviced, because it will collect debris in here. So the underground discharges, the underground drain pipes, those should be serviced. They should be every once in a while, so that and come out after a rain. If the water's not coming out of this, then this needs to be cleaned, and probably your gutter too. Now your rain gutters, the butt ends are supposed to be about 2 inches away from the wall. Okay, this is brick, very good building material. The house can burn down, reuse the brick, pretty much permanent. Maintenance free as long as you don't paint it. You might have to tuck it every once in a while, point it every once in a while, but even then, that's relative. If you treat the foundation right, the drainage and stuff, and the trees and stuff, if you treat it right, you might not ever even have to do that. But it is porous. Water runs right through it. That's why we have these weep holes. Most of the time, the only thing that's going to come out of there is vapor. But at the same time, that's what they're there for. because we expect a certain amount of water to get behind these. You take the rain gutter butt end, if that rain gutter gets clogged, filled up, it's not away from the wall, so the water is going to pour right next, more water than this was designed to handle, because it was designed to handle water. You have a drainage plane behind it, you've got weep holes behind it, you've got all these considerations because architecture is regional, we're building with brick and this is what we do. But taking all things considered, there should be a gap at the end of that butt joint, so if this gutter gets filled up and the water comes out, it doesn't pour into the brick. Going along, we got a little bit of stonework here. Nice little portico. Sealed, everything's looking nice. Wood mold, we already talked about that. We've got continuous soffit vents, so it's going to be interesting to see what our roof looks like. It's going to be interesting to see what our attic looks like. When I see continuous soffit vents, I have expectations, and I like to see what we have besides my expectations. Okay. Gas enters this side of the house. There's the shut-off valve. Our gas is bonded. It's fine. Our main electric load center disconnect is on this side of the house, and then the load center box is on the other side. That's the disconnect principle. It's been sealed. It's nice. Condensing unit, 1 year old. It's 410A. Alright, they no longer manufacture 410A. They no longer legally import it. Do they have plenty of it? They got a lot of it. They got enough for a while. But it's going to get more expensive. And we're going to want to know where the evaporator coils and the condensing unit are matched to meet the manufacturer specifications. What is this? Swamp. This is where alligators go. What? No, man. Maybe not an alligator this far north in Texas. This is where mosquitoes go. West Nile disease. All these roots are going to die. And the builder might say something like, this builder wouldn't do it. I apologize. This isn't one of those builders. Those builders, the shady ones, they'll say, if it doesn't dry within 48 hours, we consider that a problem. Well, the problem is that's not drainage, that's evaporation. We're looking for drainage. See that puddle? That's swampage. There's the level right there, 6 foot level, whiskey stick. You're not draining anywhere. And if you forget about this, if you do not elect to exercise your right to have proper drainage around your new house, if you let this go, I'm coming back in 5 years for the buyer. And then I'll see the hurt look on your face. You go like, well, it's always been like that. And yeah, it's always been not draining like that. So there's that. We've got a nice dark roof. Those are real popular right now. Dark roofs collect heat. It's like a dark shirt. If it's hot outside, do you put dark clothes on? You put light clothes on if it's dark outside? Why do you do that? Well, your roof is dark. Continuous. Coming on around. Now this is not going to make the report. It's beyond the scope. It's been unplugged. And being unplugged is fine. I have done this. Party lights, novelty lights. Extension cords should not be used in a permanent application. However, I found it unplugged. So maybe they're not using it in a permanent application. Kick out. We're on the back of the house now, which we also call the north side. Nice look over here. And this is probably where I'll put my ladder to get a closer look, but we're going to use I don't have that much mountain goat in me, so you probably already figured this out if you're watching these videos in the order of the reports. You probably noticed that you've probably seen the camera pole tour. Okay, so I'm seeing some vents. Alright, that's telling me something about the GFCI works. I tested it. That's the extension cord to the party lights, so we're good. Moving on along. Bear with me. Bear with me. Too close. That is the weather sensor for your lawn sprinkler system. And it's supposed to sit out at a 90-degree angle like that. So that is the weather sensor. Moving on along. This is the primary bedroom windows. That's why they got they're diffused. So I know where to find that. This is the other water heater. We got two water heaters installed by the same person at the same time with the same issues they share. Over here, this doesn't look too good either. It's not as swampy as the other side. That actually has some pitch to it. Look at that. Call it like you see it. How does it look over here? Barely any pitch to it, but we still got a little bit. One more time, then we'll quit. Okay. So you see, they can do a side yard with some pitch. It is possible, all the way down there. This is back where we started. We had a little bit of erosion right here. This is where we took our water pressure. I think we got 70 psi. Rain gutter is too close. Wood mulch too close to the house.